Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2015 Wheel Jam Truck Show. This is the world's loudest dynamic engine brake competition right here in Huron, South Dakota, sponsored by Dynaflex Products of Commerce, California. At this time, we'd like to take a few minutes to honor our American soldiers at home and abroad and the great nation they defend that we call home, the United States of America. While we have Lexi Twait, daughter of Lee and Lisa Twait from Willow Lake, South Dakota, singing our Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at a twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we marched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets brave the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Sponsors of this dynamic engine braking competition, the loudest competition in the land, folks. And I'd like to introduce one of the main sponsors of the event. We've got Corey from Dynaflex. Come on back here, Corey. They are the sponsor of the dynamic engine brake. You're going to have to talk loud in the mic so the people can hear you and everything, but why don't you just tell them a little bit about what your company's all about, man?
Well, we've been making, monster stacks for about 40 years now, and we find ourselves at a lot of events around the country throughout the year, and there's really not one like this that better suits a set of our straight pipes. So we're excited to be here. It's always a fun event, and let's get this thing going, huh?
Stacy Cheddar with a 124.2 on the decibel meter. Up next, Jarrett Kelsey.
I know his arms are 8 foot fucking long. Well, we can't end up with a whole fucking
Jarrett Kelsey with a 125.2. Coming down the lane, Kirby Peterson. .7. Richard Peterson on deck, or on the line. That was a 120.1. Nathan Glanzer on the way. That was a 121.2. That was Michael Fast with a 130.2. That was Jared Lamb, 124.6. Tim Gruis. Tim Gruis, 124.2. Eugene Anderson on the way. Anderson with a 125.3. Eli Hofer on the way. That was a 122.1. Art Grimes on the way. .6, Cody Laird on the way. .7. Galen Kester on the way. Galen Kester with a 125.8. Glenn Carver.
Come on,
Garver with a 115.1. Mike Fiok on the way. Fiok with a 116.9. Shane Doris on the way. $117.3. Up next, Heather Huppler. It's our first female driver ever in the dynamic engine braking competition. Gotta give her props. Huppler on the way.
No, they're straight. Come on, Heather.
Huppler with a 113.4. Fred Cobalt on the way. 127.6, Rick Zanto on the way. Zanto had a 119.4. That was Toby Hofer with a 121.9. Nick Fossick on the way.
Here we go. Take Nick. Nope.
Fossick with a 117.8. On the way, Matthew Blom.
His dad bought him this truck.
Blom with a 119.9. On the way, Bill Nixon.
Here he comes. There's the guy sitting in the truck. Badass black piece. That truck is
Bill Nixon with a 114.5. Jacob Nixon on the way.
Need a longer stretch of road.
Jacob Nixon, 121.7. On the way, Matt Anderson. That was a 126.3. That was Travis Vanderpool. 127.8. On the way, Mitch Young.
Back
113 for Mitch Young. Brad Parsons on the way. That was a 120.8. Caleb Motter on the way.
Get it.
124.8 for Motter. Jim Selby on the way here. $125.4 for Selby. Ethan Hofer on the way. Hofer with a 119.9. Matt Sullivan on the way.
Get it, Sullivan! It's loud though.
Sullivan with a 123.2. On the way, Todd Mostard. Mustard with a 114.2. Cutler Lobby on the way. Lobby with a 122.6. On our way, the Army truck, Dan Langley. Langley with a 121.6. We're going right into round two, folks. We've done 35 trucks. They all get another go. Stacy Cheddar's coming down the line. Cheddar with a 124.3. On the way, Jared Kelsey. Kelsey with a 123.4. On the way, Kirby Peterson.
Not these ones. Fucking light them up. I'm filming you. Yeah, I'm over. America. Yeah, he's done. He's got to be in Sioux City tomorrow a little bit.
Kirby Peterson had a 125.3. Richard Peterson was the last driver. 119.9. On the way, Nathan Glanzer. Glanzer with a 123.2. On the way, Michael Fast. Fast with a 129.5. On the way, Jared Lamb. Lamb with a 124.7. Tim Gruce on the way. Gruce with a 126.5. On the way, Eugene Anderson. Anderson with a 120. On the way, Eli Hofer. Hofer with a 121.1. Art Grimes on the way. Grimes with a 119.9. Cody Laird on the way. Laird with a 125.7. Kuster on the way. Kuster with a 124.9. On the way, Glenn Carver. Fiak with a 114.4. Shane Doris? No. Oh, Fiak is on the way. That's Fiak with a 118.9. The last score was actually Glenn Carver. Shane Doris is on the way. Doris with a 116.4. Heather Huppler on the way. Huppler with a 118.2. Fred Cobold on the way. Fred Cobold with a 127.2. Coming down the line, Rick Zanto. $118.1. Toby Hofer's coming down the line. Toby Hofer 122. Nick Fawcett on the way. Fawcett with a 116.6. On the way, Matthew Blom. Blom with a 123.3. On the way, Bill Nixon. Bill Nixon with a 117.7. Jacob Nixon is coming down the line. Jacob Nixon with a 125.8. On the way, Matt Anderson. Anderson with a 122.2. On the way, Travis Vanderpool. Vanderpool with a 123.9. Coming down the line, Mitch Young. $125.5 for Mr. Young. On the way, Brad Parsons. Parsons with a 118.4. Coming down the line, Caleb Motter. Motter with a 123.8. On the way, Jim Selby. Selby with a 124.3. Ethan Hofer on the way. Hofer with a 118.6. Matt Sullivan's coming down the line. Sullivan with a 122.3. On the way, Todd Mostard. Mostard with a 120.4. Cutler Lobbies coming down the line. Lobby with a 121.9. On the way, the Army truck. This is Dan Langley. Langley with a 119.9. And ladies and gentlemen, that finishes our two preliminary heats. Give it up for our truck drivers, folks. Big round of applause. Jarrett Kelsey, number 619, and Caleb Motter, number 610. They're going to have a runoff. Whoever gets the higher score will go back around and be our 10th driver in the line. So in just a couple of minutes, as soon as we get Mr. Marone back here and get the track cleared. Kelsey with a 125.1. On the way, Caleb Motter in the runoff. Mater with a 121.8. That means Jared Kelsey is our 10th finalist for the finals. So they qualified in the top 10. Jared Lamb with a 128.5. Who was that? Okay, that was actually Michael Fast. Lamb with a 124.5. Jim Gruce coming down the line. Gruce with a 122.7. Cody Laird is coming down the lane next. Laird with a 127.7. Galen Coaster coming down the line. Coaster with a 125.2. Brett Cobbold coming down the line. Cobbold with a 125. Travis Vanderpool coming down the line. Vanderpool with a 129.1. Jim Selby on its way. Selby with a 129.1. Jarrett Kelsey just went through with a 125. 125.5. That was Kirby Peterson with a 125.4. You guys aren't going to believe this. We have a tie for first place. And that means we have to run them again. Our top two people are going to run through. I'll get the names here in a second. We've got Travis Vanderpool, he had a score of 129.1, and Jim Selby with a score of 129.1, and they both happen to be in first place. So guess what? You get to see more dynamic engine braking, folks. Jim Selby just on the line. I'm not going to tell you the score, folks. I want it to be a surprise who wins this thing. Vanderpool. That was Travis Vanderpool. Once again, not telling you the score. We want to keep you in suspense. We're going to line up our top 4 finishers, I do believe. I do want to give you some information. Our final round was the top 10 trucks from the 2 preliminary runs. They averaged out the scores from the 2 preliminary runs. They got 1 final run to score, and we come up with the top 4. We pay 1st through 4th place here in this competition. You get $50 for 4th, $75 for 3rd, $200 for 2nd plus a stack trophy, and $300 for 1st place plus a stack trophy. In the Jake Brake Competition 2015, in 4th place today with a score of 127.7, Cody Laird. Our 3rd place winner today with a score of 128.5, Michael Fast. We had 2 people in the top spot today. They had to have a runoff. They both had a score of 129.1 in the initial round. In 2nd place, Travis Vanderpool. And our 1st place winner today, Jim Selby. I do believe you get your checks today, and you will have trophies awarded tomorrow, correct, Scott? During the Truck Show Awards ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to this competition today. Enjoy the rest of your day at Wheel Jam 2015.